Welcome to What in the Smut podcast.
Where the books are horny, and so are we. I'm Elle.
And I'm Kay. So, please tell me we have good news in the Smutverse this week. I'm going to ask every week. Someday it'll change.
You can keep asking. And we'll see. We'll see how this story shakes out, because Keith Chow has a new romantic fantasy book out called Strange Familiars that released on May 19th. Ahead of the release, ARC readers posted their reviews on Goodreads, and oh boy, did a doozy make it to the internet. As we on this podcast very well know, a review is not necessarily a good representation of the book, but in my personal opinion, it is an excellent representation of the reviewer. This particular person went on a rant about the presence of non-binary characters, the existence of an elderly gay couple that kiss on page, and the content warnings.
My pearls.
I know. God forbid they show intimacy. And the content warnings not including mention of, and I quote, minorities being a prevailing majority.
Well.
She says, we all know these folks have astronomical rates of mental disorders, medication usage, and suicide rates. Let's not glorify or promote it, please.
She is drinking RFK's Kool-Aid.
I could not agree more. There was more, of course, including some not-so-casual racism and a bizarre dislike of characters struggling with being poor.
Oh, well.
I rest my case. But despite this one person word vomiting some pretty nasty inside thoughts into this review, the internet rallied behind Chow, promoting Strange Familiars and bumping up pre-orders while simultaneously blasting this reviewer. A true example of fucking around and finding out.
I kind of love when that happens, though, because, like, one, when it's so glaringly obvious that this is a them problem.
Yeah.
And then for it to kind of benefit the author with more pre-orders and more people being like, no, is I kind of love it when that happens. Now, I hate that it happened because it does, those 1-star reviews or whatnot in the algorithm of.
To be fair.
Yeah.
Just a pause there. I will say the reviewer posted the Goodreads review as a 4-star out of 5.
Okay.
And had some nice things to say. It was very bizarre. Like, this was like a Republican woman who liked it against her will, I think. But she was
or
not...
she actually liked it but knows that her husband would not.
Maybe. Unclear. For the record, I pre-ordered it as a result of seeing it through this. Because one, I was like, wait, that sounds like stuff that I would enjoy reading about. And then I looked up the description, and it's a romantic fantasy of rivals, enemies to lovers. I'm in. Obviously 100%. I'm in. I think 100%. You would like it, actually, because they want to say, it's like...
I love an enemies to lovers, so...
It's like a magical academy, too, I think.
Yeah, I do like that, too.
I know. That's what I'm saying. It's, yes, 2 rival magical veterinary students who team up to solve a magical crisis in London.
That sounds fantastic. We'll have to put the link for that pre-order in our show notes, too.
Yeah. Well, by the time this episode comes out, it'll be an actual order, I think.
Okay, well, then we can put that in there, too.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about a book with fucking around and finding out of a very different variety. Okay?
So this week, we are firmly back on our bullshit with Fully Charged by Nicole Parker and Unfortunate Reads. And the synopsis says, Jewel is a newly single mom who just wants to unwind in her rare time alone. The kids are away, and it's time for a mama to play with herself. Except the off-brand batteries in her favorite tool die mid-session. When she replaces them with the industry leader, Amazing, Jewel gets more than long-lasting pleasure. Watson has been sent from Amazing headquarters to ensure Jewel is 100% satisfied. Fully Charged is a parody sentient object romance intended for audiences over 18 years old. This contains intimate relations between a human woman and a mythical pink rabbit. Read at your own risk.
I did notice that you're wearing a fuzzy pink sweater today.
I did that. That was intentional. It's a little,
only pink
a little warm.
Wash.
It's actually a little warm today, so
we might have a wardrobe change mid-episode.
And also, if that does not speak to our personalities, is that I had a selection of pink shirts to choose from, and your singular pink shirt is in the wash.
Yeah.
This is a parody romance, but in some ways, I'm like, stop that right now.
Personally attacked.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I did have many thoughts of like, oh, this is gonna sting a little for Kay.
Yeah. In so many ways.
in many ways. But where would you put this one on our smut scale?
I mean, there's nothing too crazy about it. I think
craziest
this one's
part was the double penetration.
Yeah, and that's not even really something that we have
specifically called out in our smut scale.
Yeah, so a 2.
I mean, a 2. It is a big fuzzy bunny,
right?
So it's that like sentient object. Yeah.
And it's interesting because the object is the batteries.
Yeah.
Which is
the
also
customer service representative of the batteries. I don't know.
Yeah. But also, like, do vibrators come with just batteries anymore? They used to.
I don't know. See, that I think
feel
is
like
indicative.
Most of it is rechargeable. But
that makes sense.
See,
yeah.
Here's the thing.
I haven't purchased a vibrator since I was in college. I need to upgrade.
Wow. Yeah.
Do.
I mean, yeah. No, they don't come with batteries anymore. Or like, I would say, I would be willing to go out on a limb and say that all current manufactured vibrators have rechargeable batteries these days.
Interesting thought. Yeah, probably. But this book was very much designed to be an Energizer Bunny parody.
Well, yeah.
So that's where we find ourselves. Do we have any trigger warnings aside from single mom feeling attacked?
Single mom feeling attacked. Vibrator dying right before the finish. That
literally
could be a trigger.
I viscerally felt this because I have a vibrator that is still battery powered. I will say, like, if you are operating on that model, this is your reminder to replace your batteries. Because even if it still turns on, new batteries.
Change it.
Change it.
But also, that's a much quicker fix as long as you've got batteries.
True. Yeah. Because if you have to recharge it, you got to wait.
You got to wait for it to recharge. So this is a problem I've been faced with. On more than one occasion. So, like, yeah. So, yeah, I don't think that there's too many. There's double penetration.
Yep.
There's kind of insta-love.
Oh, yeah.
Which.
A lot of it. I wasn't expecting that. I was kind of, I don't know. I thought we were getting like a one and done type of vibe, perhaps.
Yeah. This is similar to the Insta Love of
The energy drink.
Yes. So yeah, that was a similar vibe with the we're in love.
We're trying to recreate
time.
this situation that brings him back, and oh my God, I love him so much, even though we didn't have a real conversation.
Dickmatized.
Dickmatized. And I think maybe the last trigger warning is your new boyfriend giving your children a drum set.
That would be triggering.
Right?
Also, it triggering in that he like moves in after 4 days.
Yes.
Wildly inappropriate.
Yeah. Irresponsible. Yes. The reviews shake out on this one.
This had a 3.5 on Amazon, 3.4 on Goodreads, which is closer than I feel like they usually are.
Yeah, usually Goodreads has a pretty big gap.
Yeah. So a 4-star from Amazon says funny, cute, and spicy. Oh my gosh, I won't lie to y'all. I swear these authors were determined to use every euphemism in the book and then some. I was worried we wouldn't get a happily ever after, but I love the way we got it. This was creative and probably more funny than actual spicy. Would read again for the laughs. Okay. And a 3-star says unique concept. 3 stars because of all that, but all the electric puns hurts, HERTZ, my soul. It's also like they didn't want to say only a handful of words to describe the coochie and used a different description every single time. It was painfully cringe. But I picked this up as a joke smut book, and that's what I got.
I mean,
some of these puns could have put Holly Wilde to shame.
Yes. I maintain that she is the pun queen.
She is.
But
give her a run for her money anyway.
Yeah, they were knocking on her back door, perhaps.
Pun intended.
Pun intended. A 4-star on Goodreads says, the classic moment when you're about to have the best time of your life and then it dies. This short, snappy, spicy novella was hysterical, and it had me in absolute stitches throughout it. Never would I ever have thought I would read about a fluffy bunny with interchangeable schlongs.
Obviously, they're new to the genre.
I mean, interchangeable is pretty abnormal, I think.
Yes, it was a nice little addition there. For sure.
I agree. Finally, a 1-star on Goodreads. That was my bad for being curious. Facepalm emoji.
I mean,
so at least you know you're not supposed to be here.
Right. I mean, there's other ones that it's like stopped reading at page 7. It's like, well,
right.
Come on. She's sitting on a bed and there's the Energizer Bunny. What are you here for?
Right. Exactly. There's like, I feel like every single episode we have a reviewer that's like Michael from Arrested Development. That's like, dead dove, do not eat. I don't know what I expected. Like, yeah, my guy. Welcome to the sentient object like genre. I don't know what you expected.
So, as always, we are going to run down the full plot. There's some kind of
ish.
Sure.
A little bit. Kind of.
There's been worse.
There has been worse. You're right.
There will be spoilers. So if you would like to give Nicole Parker and Unfortunate Reads their page reads, we will have the link to this one in our show notes. Are you ready to get into it?
I'm so ready. I'm excited to start off with chapter 1. Can you read the title of the chapter? Unfortunately, neither of us speak German. And neither does our main character, but perhaps I can get the internet to say it for me.
Okay.
Let's see. Bachpfeifengesetz. Backpfeifengesicht. Sicht. I can't speak German. Backpfeifengesicht. Sure.
It's not as fun as I wanted it to be.
Yeah. It's basically a face that is begging to be hit. Translated as a face that is begging to be slapped or in need of a fist.
I can think of a few off the top of my head.
Mood. Jewel is our main character, and we start with a very relatable
man.
first page.
The first paragraph.
Yeah.
I rarely get me time anymore, but today the house is blessedly quiet. She says, I love her kids. I love them to death, but mama needs a break. And I've said that very sentence several times. I love my children more than anything, but especially when you're doing it on your own, sometimes you need a break.
Yeah. Yes. And like, it's good that I love that we get a sister who doesn't have a name, but it's so good to have like family support who can give you that break. And like some single moms don't even have that. It's just, oh man. And relatable. I don't even have kids around. Like, and I'm like, the moment I get me time, I'm also thinking of all the chores that I could do without anyone underfoot, you know? The dishes in the stainless steel kitchen sink are piled higher than should be humanly possible. The bathrooms haven't been deep cleaned in a hot minute. Maybe I could kill 2 birds with 1 stone and clean the tile while I take a bath.
I do that.
I do too.
I have a scrub brush in my shower that I'm like, oh, let's get some of that clean.
I do when I'm showering, not when I'm in a bath, though.
I don't bathe. Like, I shower. I don't take a bath.
Why not? Baths are great.
It's, I don't know. Not a
bath person.
Not a bath person.
And especially relatable is like this kind of like moment that she has, and I don't know if you have this, but she's considering overlapping her relaxation and cleaning of the tub, and she's like, that's when it hit me that I really need some self-care. Cleaning while trying to relax, good gravy. So she's now on the couch reading a not so subtly disguised Ruby Dixon, if I do say
Big
so
Blue
myself.
Aliens.
Yes. What is it about a big blue alien that just gets you going? Besides the huge cocks with special features, of course. Okay, fine. It's probably the huge cocks and special features.
Yeah.
Mood.
She's also on her second glass of wine.
But yes, there is something about the second glass of wine specifically that makes all of your cares melt away.
This brings us back to literally episode 1.
That's true.
The second glass of wine, she decided to fuck a doorknob. Like,
I maintain that 2 glasses of wine is quite not enough to decide to fuck a doorknob.
I mean,
certainly not with my doorknobs.
Do you have the handle kind? Yeah. So then she decides that she's gonna move things to the bedroom.
Yeah, and like whomst among us?
Yeah.
I love this. I do have a quick. I have a highlight here, and I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
It says, folding the corner of the page in my book to mark my place before shutting it, I set it on the coffee table. Are you a dog-earer, or are books sacred?
Books are sacred. I will use anything that I have around to be a bookmark, but I don't dog-ear the pages.
Yeah. I remember it being a controversial topic.
I used to when I was younger, I feel like.
Me too. But
I don't anymore. Like, I'll use a Post-it or a receipt, or I have bookmarks.
Yep.
I have one right here.
I have that one right there too.
The Jesus is that Smut bookmark. I have more. It's the same exact one.
I have the exact same one.
Oh no, yours is
slightly more detailed.
Yeah. No, I have more than one of that bookmark actually. My friends and family think it's funny to gift that to me because,
of course.
Because the smutty Catholic.
Yeah.
I feel like that could be a bookstagram.
Yeah, the smutty Catholic. I love that. Anyway, yeah, I also used to dog ear my pages. I would never dog ear if I was borrowing a book. I would never dog ear someone else's book or a library book. But I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I just don't do it anymore. But this was like a hot button topic for a while.
It was. It was. Yeah, I use whatever is around to. I actually, for Christmas this year, my sister gave me this little thing where it's got a space for your coffee mug, but it also like
you can put a book on top of it.
I don't have any actual books right now,
open.
but you can you can rest your book to whatever page you're on.
I like that.
To save my spot. It's very cute.
Very cute.
I also though don't as frequently read
physical books. Yeah.
So there's that. So she thinks to herself, thinking about my toy makes me perk up with interest. I'm alone, I'm tipsy, and I'm horny. The trifecta situation to have a little or a long session with my B.O.B. And for quite a while, I could not recall what B.O.B. stood for.
I think later on they mention what it actually stands for.
Yes, which is battery-operated boyfriend.
Yes.
And it took, I was like, I know what that means, but
an older phrase, I feel.
Maybe because they're not I guess they are still battery operated, but not in the traditional battery sense.
Yeah, perhaps.
And maybe also because people are like, I don't need a boyfriend, battery operated or not.
Yeah. I'm going with that one. Hell yeah.
Oh, man.
It's funny how much of a man hater I am, despite having a wonderful man that I'm excited to marry.
I love that for you. You found one of the good ones. But you're still in solidarity with the rest of the population.
I've had my fair share of fucking men. Let's talk about Jules' Jackrabbit 5000.
Also, the fact that she has it hidden in the back of a drawer. Again, I am seeing myself in this and I do not want to. Where kids are nosy and they open things with no regard. And man, oh man, did I feel that.
Do you also call it your snatch blaster?
No, I did not.
It's the thing is glorious. Hot pink with a curved shaft and a bulbous head. Its prized feature is the little rabbit-shaped appendage whose floppy ears vibrate at 5,000 rotations per minute around my clit. 5,000 RPM.
Right.
That's crazy.
And it means nothing to me. I
don't even know if that's physically possible. I don't think there's a motor that can run that fast.
Well, the Jackrabbit 5000.
Certainly not on batteries. Anyway. So she's very excited and lies back on her soft pillows and thinks it's time for Mama to take herself to Pound Town.
That is written.
The closer the toy gets to my cave of wonders, the wetter I get.
Should I make a list again like we did for...
Perhaps.
Okay.
Perhaps.
Yep.
I don't know that... Oh, I feel like...
There's some...
There's so many, but there's so many different names for different things. Like
that's
the Snatch
true.
Blaster and taking herself to Pound Town. But vagina, I think we can keep a list of.
Okay.
Cave of Wonders being number one.
Mm-hmm.
Reminding herself that she can be as loud as she wants. I press the vibe even harder to my love button.
We're gonna add all of those pieces. Any part of the female anatomy, is getting added to our list.
Yep.
Okay.
So the vibrations are glorious, but I'm greedy. Clicking the button twice more, the vibrator amps up its speed and starts rotating inside of me.
I mean, sounds great, but also like there's such thing as too much.
I agree. Also, I just don't understand the mechanics of this. Like how does it rotate inside of you?
Well, I feel like I'm having deja vu. We've had this conversation before.
We have in whoever had like the spinning candy dick, I recall.
Wait a minute. Was that friend of the pod? We've got another one. Was that the elf one?
Yeah.
It was Ginger Kane.
Oh, yeah. Elfed by Ginger Kane.
Because she had sent us.
That's right. She sent us the fan art of the spinning dick.
No, she had commissioned.
Commissioned it. Yes, that's right.
Yes. So, Ginger.
We love you.
We love you. Thanks for listening.
That you hire.
Friend of the pod, Ginger Kane.
Oh my God. It's my favorite. Getting to interact with the authors of these incredible stories is like probably my favorite side effect of this
And
podcast.
the fact that they seem to like us is great because, I mean, we can be pretty harsh sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. Anyway, so the toy dies, right as a huge orgasm is building in her core. Upset at my climax being interrupted, I click furiously on the toy's power button to no avail, unceremoniously removing the toy from my velvet lounge. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I loved this line though, and because she opens up the battery compartment and sees generic blue batteries and thinks that her ex-husband was always a skimpy bastard, and that applied to batteries too. And she grumbles to herself as she frantically runs around her house. I can't believe that asshole is still ruining my orgasms, even though he isn't here.
Hilarious.
So I don't know about you, but I have done this before, which is stealing batteries from other electronic devices.
100%.
So she goes through 4 remotes and 2 kids' toys before she finds enough of the tried and true brand batteries to finish tonight's session.
I mean, whomst among us?
Whomst among us. So she gets the brand batteries successfully into the vibrator, but gets a little bit overly excited, and she clicks the power button far too many times. And the toy starts to vibrate and rotate at speeds that cannot be safe. And she drops it and it starts to glow.
I feel like if you drop it, the batteries are going to fall out.
I mean, we're not here for realism, Kay. This is the pot calling the kettle black. I am aware. I am aware. It's just... So when she finally opens her eyes... her gaze does not land on her trusty pink toy. Instead, there is a giant pink bunny.
Mm-hmm.
And she is maybe the only realistic female main character we've ever had, because she shouts, "What the fuck are you?"
I mean, it's to have the wherewithal to ask the same question that we're all thinking.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
So then we get an introduction to our male main character, Watson.
Indeed. Yes.
He says, "Looks like you already started without me, but it's no problem. This bunny can keep the party going and going and going all night long." It is interesting to see his perspective. We get an immediate nickname.
We do. How do you feel about the nickname?
No, he calls her Little Carrot, and I hate it. I hate it.
Yeah, I don't find it particularly cute or sexy.
So we get the description of Jewel. The woman in front of me is all woman, looks to be in her late 30s. No fine-boned bird of a woman. No, the hottie in front of me is soft in all the right places, but sturdy enough to take a pounding. Thick thighs snag my attention, and I can't help but imagine gripping them while she rides me. Maybe even smacking that luscious ass and watching it jiggle while I rail her from behind. Man thoughts.
Man thoughts.
I mean...
I don't know. It's, it was a lot. It was a lot for... an introduction. It's very presumptuous.
Well, I mean, that's what summoned him, though.
I suppose, but like his job description is extraordinarily broad.
Yeah,
because we will learn that Watson is essentially a customer service representative from the amazing battery company.
Mm-hmm.
And he is sent whenever a customer requires satisfaction from their batteries, I guess.
Whenever the battery dies and they replace it, he gets sent.
Yeah. And so he plays video games with teenagers and stuff like that. So, this is an interesting, I don't know, sex work as part of the work.
Yeah.
Which is fascinating to me. I want to learn more about the company's business model. I want to understand the benefits package. Is the, what is
the sex
job?
The benefit?
Right. But regardless, Jewel is not quite on board yet with his horny thoughts.
Yep.
She repeats, "What the fuck are you?" And he says, "Isn't that obvious, little carrot? I'm your new and improved B.O.B. Buzzy Orgasm Bunny."
Which also, I was like, that doesn't answer originally.
What it originally stands for.
Yes, and I was like, well,
yes.
that's not what it actually stood for.
It is not.
We do get it again, but so now she thinks to herself, or she says out loud, "It's finally happening. I've hit my breaking point. The divorce, the kids, now this." I'm chatting with my hallucinations.
To which he responds, "I'm as real as the G-spot, babe. Just because it took a while to find me doesn't mean I don't exist."
There's been a lot of... This is going to be another tangent.
Oh,
There's
no.
been a lot of discourse lately about the male G-spot.
Oh. Yeah, I saw something about it's not located in the...
It's not just the penis.
Well, of course. I thought it was in your ass, the male G-spot.
So they talked about this on the Basement Yard podcast, but then it also popped up on my For You page. That's what they were saying too, is that they thought that it was in the ass or your prostate, essentially.
Essentially, yes.
But no, the male G-spot is where the head meets the shaft. So if you look, the AI overview says the male G-spot, often called the P-spot, is the prostate gland. But the New York Post...
a very established source.
Also, New Scientist magazine. Surprising male G-spot found in most detailed study of the penis yet.
Of course, we're doing detailed studies of the penis. Have we not studied it enough?
It is. I mean, New Scientist magazine. Sure, I'll take it. Long overlooked area of the penis. Yeah, right.
Bullshit.
It's been found to have the highest concentration of nerve endings and sensory structures in the organ.
Yeah.
Suggests it's a male G-spot. It is called the frenular delta, an area that's been left out of anatomy textbooks and surgical training. The triangular shaped zone is located on the ventral side, the underside of the penis, where the head meets the shaft, and may be damaged by circumcision.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, I have a high horse upon which I would like to sit for a moment.
Okay, go.
I love scientific study, and I love it when it's something interesting or random. I find this good. If we are applying scientific standards to every question in the universe and we are learning something from it, this is a good thing.
Yep.
However,
yeah.
The specific studies that we choose to fund upset me.
Yep.
Did you know, as a fellow endometriosis sufferer, one of the first studies that I found when I was diagnosed was the one that determined that conventionally attractive women are more likely to have the more painful version of endometriosis.
Or they're believed more.
Sure.
Yep.
The most recent endometriosis study that just came out, how does endometriosis affect male partners? Yeah. We don't have good science on what fucking causes it. We don't have good science on how to fix it. But God forbid we leave the men out of the conversation.
Wow.
And I'm so glad that we now have the most detailed study of the penis yet. Like, God forbid we haven't studied it enough.
See,
I'm so glad we finally found the male G-spot.
What's hilarious is that this is not the route that I thought your high horse was going to go.
Oh, God.
I thought your high horse was going to be like, I'm really good at giving head. I found that a long time ago.
That is also true, for the record. I immediately knew which spot you were talking about.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I don't believe for one moment that this was overlooked. What do you mean?
Women knew the whole time. We know. We know. We
My
use
God,
it.
You could have just asked.
We use it accordingly.
Yes.
Just that's the direction I thought that your high horse was going to be like, well, yeah, no shit, that's where it is. I can tell you by the reflexes.
Like, let's be real. No, I have issues with the systemic infrastructure around how we dedicate resources to scientific research.
The patriarchy, man.
Fuck them.
Anyway.
So she is also filled with the rage of her female ancestors.
As she should be.
As she should be. He says, how about we pick up where you left off and I can show you exactly how real I am. And she says, how about you back the fuck up and give me a moment to get a handle on this?
Love that. Love that.
I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself. Thank you very much. Because he is telling her about azing, which I didn't realize until just this moment was the measure of electrical current. Ohms.
See, there were so many of these little euphemisms that were added in here that went right over my head. And I was like, I'm pretty sure Elle's going to get a lot of these. I don't understand.
Yeah, I think ohm is actually a measure of resistance, if I remember correctly. Yeah, unit of electrical resistance.
I am always amazed when the authors can have all of these pieces added in there. Like, either you have a very specific set of knowledge or you really did your research. Either way, good work.
I'm impressed.
Yes.
Yeah. So he decides to kind of prove that he can make her satisfied in more ways than one by immediately folding the laundry and sorting it into neat piles in a basket. Like,
I want a man to prove himself like that to me.
I mean, I agree, but she's gonna mention here that it's incredibly pathetic that my bar for being taken care of is so low.
I mean,
because it is. This bunny can do fucking anything. He didn't even put the clothes away. He put them in the basket that was already there. He folded the clean laundry that was already clean. He didn't do any of the dishes. He didn't do anything else that was helpful. Like, come on.
The bar is low, but let me tell you, folding clothes.
It is one of my least favorite fucking chores.
So, like, the bar is very low, but I wouldn't hate it.
No, of course not. And I'm not saying that it's not helpful. I'm saying do more. Expect more. Good God.
She's like, thanks she said, I'm not going to have you do chores all night. Thanks for the laundry, but why don't you just go back to amazing home base and call it a night? Mm-hmm. And he says, I don't think you're 100% satisfied yet.
Mm-hmm. So he starts giving her a back rub to prove that he can satisfy her.
That's always how it starts.
Of course.
Oh, let me rub your shoulders.
I am a sucker for it. It works every fucking time. I'm like, I'm tired. I don't really feel like it tonight. I'm like, oh, I would accept a back rub. I could accept other things. I'm loosey-goosey and feeling very good right now.
I'm not quite as tired as I thought I was.
Correct.
So we are getting, she's like, no, I should not be letting this mental break induced apparition massage my shoulders.
True.
I shouldn't be leaning into his touch, closing my eyes and letting out soft moans and grunts when he hits the right spots. And I should most definitely not be getting butterflies in my stomach when he calls me Little Carrot, because what kind of nickname is that? Accurate.
This would be you. I'm so sorry. But like, you would secretly love it. You would say you hate it, and then you'd be like, I miss him. I miss hearing him call me Little Carrot.
Rude.
But
true. Accurate. Oh, man. Listen, maybe I should pay you instead of my therapist, okay?
So she's like, he says, is this not satisfying, Little Carrot? And she goes, well, it is, but shouldn't I be compensated somehow for the unfinished peak I experienced due to the crappy batteries? And he replies, were you climbing a mountain? You can say it. Orgasm. Climax. Use that sweet little mouth to tell me you want to come.
Don't hate it. This is some good pillow talk, if you will.
I agree. And there are bits of their pillow talk that I do not like.
Yep.
But I'm also a big fan of kind of like, if you can't talk about it, you shouldn't be doing it.
100%. 100%.
And so forcing her to use the correct words, I'm on board with. And she's like, what the fuck am I thinking? But she's getting turned on by it. And then she kind of tries to pull herself together and pulls away from him and pinches herself to make sure she's not asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, nope, you're definitely not asleep. And we get a description of him, which is not erotic in any way, shape, or form. This is just the Energizer Bunny.
A pink bunny is not erotic in any way, shape, or form.
Like, we got like the peeps were muscular,
yeah,
and, like buff. This is a round bellied, fuzzy bunny with huge feet wearing royal blue flip flops.
Mm. What's your stance on men in sandals?
I don't really have one. I don't have a strong opinion about it. I feel like as long as your toenails aren't like disgusting, then I have no issue with it.
Yeah, I agree. Because there's a lot of people that are like, men in flip-flops, absolutely not, such an ick. And I'm like, maybe it's because I've grown up like on the beach. So
maybe you're kind of like used to it.
Wearing sneakers to the beach is an ick.
I agree. That would be a huge red flag.
So, like, what are your options?
Yeah. Like, there's just some situations where you have to wear sandals.
The slides with socks is more of an ick to me than flip-flops.
I agree. No, I agree.
But also an interesting choice for him to be wearing.
Yeah, I assume the Energizer Bunny is wearing blue flip-flops. I can't imagine why else this detail would be included. Yep.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yep, he absolutely is. Yes, he has blue flip-flops on. So she is kind of like getting turned on by looking at him, I guess, for some ungodly reason.
Maybe she's a chubby chaser. That's fine.
Watson says, "Oh, little carrot, I can smell how wet you are for me."
I hate that.
Which I know you love.
I hate it so much. I hate it.
"Let me take care of that need for you. I won't stop until you're screaming my name, and even then I'll keep going and going and going."
Clever. But I also hate that.
Uh-huh.
Like, no.
Well, and so we do get a reasonable response from her, which is, "What is your name?" And so he finally introduces himself, and his name is Watson, and he says, "And you are?" And she replies, "Jewel." And he goes, "Well, Jewel, why don't you let me show you what a man with real power can do?"
Which is clever because Watson is spelled Watson. So Watt. And a joule is, I mean, that's spelled wrong, but a joule
is also a measure of energy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Clever. Yeah. Very clever.
Very. And she thinks to herself, "Fuck, I think I'm going to let this rabbit fuck me." And boy, whomst among us is correct. So we switch back to Watson's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And he fucking is already starting to lose it. Like,
yeah.
He talks a big game, but he's like, "The things I'm going to do to you, I'll satisfy you until you can't take any more." And then she moans his name, and suddenly he's like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna come." Like, what a fucking typical ass man.
Yes.
So we get more words for her vagina.
Yeah.
Continuing to lap at her hot box.
Gross.
I hate it. I can see that she needs more when her body bucks against my tongue. Regretfully, I leave the entrance to her sugar cave, dragging my tongue through her dripping canyon up to the peak of her pleasure.
I mean,
and then he gives a long, hard suck on her clit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She grinds on his face. That takes my dick from a AAA straight to a D, forcing a groan from my mouth.
Clever.
Yes. A D still isn't very big.
No. It's thicker, but the size of it, the length has not really changed all that much, which, I mean, girth can make or break, so.
This is true. It's not about the size, it's what you do with it.
Sometimes it's about the size.
We all know we've got a little bit of a size sovereign here on this podcast.
No, I'm not. I'm really not.
A little bit. Just a little.
I'm really not. There's such a thing as too small, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a size sovereign. Too big is scary.
I agree. So he increases his nose vibration while he's eating her out.
I just think about a bunny's nose, like. But also the whole time I was reading this, I was thinking about how rabbits have like sharp and big front teeth.
Yeah, those incisors I do not want anywhere near my sugar cave.
I mean, she says to him, because she screams out fuck, and then she pulls on his ears, which apparently are an erogenous zone.
Indeed.
I nearly become her own personal cream machine. Ew. From the stimulation and pull back, ready to ask her to slow down, but she screams, "Don't you fucking stop, bunny boy."
I was guaranteed satisfaction, and I'm getting it. Yeah. You talked a big game. What the fuck are you doing? And he thinks, I grab onto her hips like my life depends on it, focusing on lasting longer than her. Nothing outlasts amazing. This certainly shouldn't be any different. Like, my guy.
However,
your mouth is writing checks that your mouth can't cash. Like, what are we doing here?
But his stamina for the evening is fine.
Sure.
Also, the fact that he's going to be able to
bounce back,
choose a cock.
That's true. No, you're right. You're
Select
so
a
right.
dick situation we've got going on here is like, what did we start with? You know?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
He comes all over the floor.
Which
I knew you would hate. I hope it's hardwood.
Right? Like, not only does he come all over the floor, that she looks down in horror and asks, shit, is that battery acid? Which was a crazy first impression, but also, I guess I get
Reasonable question.
Indeed. And he glances down at his cock, a drop of cum remaining at the tip of my positive terminal. Meeting her eyes, I wipe it with my paw and extend it up towards her with a grin. Don't be shy, little carrot. Why don't you try some and find out?
That's not what, if you think it could be battery acid, don't try it.
Yeah. Well, and she does try it. And it's not battery acid. She says more like one of those cotton candy energy drinks.
I don't hate that.
But of course, I'm me. And I'm like, he's going to come inside of her. I can see it coming. I know this is happening. And I'm already upset.
That's true. And she goes, well, I'm satisfied, thanks. Interesting. But also, okay, no, she did end up coming. So he came pretty much at the same time as she did, just all over her floor.
I think I wanted the orgasms to be from her perspective.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Do we get any from her perspective?
We do get one or two. I can't remember. Like she's gonna come multiple times. We're happy for her. But
so they move over to the chair that he had cleaned all of the laundry off of, and he pulls her onto her lap. Now this was very this worked.
Yeah.
So he lays her back to his chest. Spreads her legs and continues to pleasure her.
Yeah.
And he says, little carrot, feel what you do to me. You should see how hot you look completely on display. When was the last time you took the time to fully appreciate this amazing body?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic.
Absolutely incredible. I
no
love it.
notes. And this was interesting because we got like 2 chapters without them being called chapters.
True.
Which is, I don't know if that was intentional or not.
Yeah. Anyway. So she thinks, fuck, I think I'm going to come again. I thought consecutive multiple orgasms were a myth or just some trait I wasn't blessed with, but this brilliant bunny bouncing me on his lap may very well prove me wrong. This was also you.
Yeah.
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 And I hated this. I'm not sure I had heard this before, because she thinks instead of using that trouser snake I've been dry humping to fill my needy pussy, he pulls back. Is it still called a trouser snake if he doesn't wear pants? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Like, did people call it a trouser snake?
I've heard it before.
That's crazy.
Never in
Smut?
I feel like never in, I don't know, in a way that is like not supposed to be funny.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I feel
it's
like
erotic.
It's when you can, like, you know, try to figure out all the different names you could possibly call a penis.
Sure.
And that falls in the list.
Yep. Speaking of the list, he asks, does your sweet sleeve need to be stuffed?
Gross.
Absolutely disgusting. I hate it. And so he backs up and says, why don't you take your pick? Mm-hmm. And this is when we start to see him swap through his available appendages.
Yes. And they're all internal. I mean,
yeah, they all like retract and then
it somewhat made me think of like the Dyson Airwrap. How it has all of the different pieces that you like switch out.
Yep.
Except for him, it's almost like she says this is like a 6-disc CD changer, but for cock. And he says more like a 10-disc changer. I mean,
which like also, I feel like we have dated Nicole Parker and Cassie of Unfortunate Reads.
Yes, I agree.
Because there's not a 20-something alive, I don't think, who knows what a disc changer is.
That's true. That's true.
Right?
Yeah, I think that both of them are about my age.
That makes sense. They can't be any younger than me.
No. But so I'm picturing, like, when you were growing up, did your parents have, like, as part of the stereo system, the CD changer? And it would open up, the drawer would open up.
Yeah.
And you'd put the CDs in and it would spin them around. And sometimes if you wanted to get a CD out, you had to spin it a couple times to get the one you wanted.
You had to wait for it to come all the way around. Absolutely.
So
a
like
10-disc changer is crazy, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Because I think we only had a 6-disc.
Yeah. I don't know that 10-disc was
is even possible.
But he's just saying he's got 10 dicks.
Sure.
10-dick changer.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my God. So he says, you think about too much all the time. Now you're going to be a good girl and let me do all the thinking for you.
The dream.
I have this highlighted and all my note says is K.
It's the dream. Somebody to fold your laundry and make those kinds of decisions for you. Mm-hmm. Yes. So where do I sign up?
So he inserts and his entire shaft begins to vibrate. Mm-hmm. And she cries out and he goes, oh, little carrot, that was close, but it still wasn't my name. I suppose I'll have to try harder. And he fucks her harder and she yells, fuck, energize me, daddy.
No.
Nope. Nope. Absolutely not.
Yeah, no, that's a big for me. No, thank you.
So he fucks her so hard that she swears she sees Alessandro Volta instead of God when the most electrifying orgasm sweeps through her.
That meant nothing to me.
Honestly, it meant nothing to me either.
Wow. So it's obscure then.
Italian chemist and physicist. A pioneer of electricity and power, credited as the inventor of the electric battery.
Okay.
That makes sense.
But like, think about the writing process for this. Like,
yeah,
writing who invented the battery.
Yeah.
How can I include that in there?
Indeed.
Fantastic.
Yep.
He asks her if she's got another one in her or if her battery is completely drained. And he asks, did you blow a fuse, little carrot? What's your name? And she says, Julie. He says, no, haven't come through on my promises. She hasn't forgotten her name.
Yep.
At first, when I read this, I was like, she already told him what her name was. And then I was like, oh, wait, no, yeah, he said that he would make her forget her name. Again, writing checks he can't cash.
Yeah.
So,
he cycles through his dicks until he finds what he calls the purple-headed love warrior.
Yep.
He flashes a wicked grin when he finally finds it, or should I say them. The top cock is thick and ridged, perfect for grinding with a knob designed to hit the G-spot perfectly. The smaller dick beneath is longer and slimmer, curving out before narrowing to a soft point at the end. Small bumps cover the edges, giving it a texture I know she'll enjoy.
He says, it's going to feel so good when I stuff your anode with my cathode.
It's just anode.
Anode? Okay.
You want to repeat it?
I don't. No, because it doesn't matter. Because I wrote it down.
Yeah.
And it makes about as much sense as it does if I were to fix that pronunciation.
Fair enough. It's fine. A gasp leaves her lips as she looks at me with confusion. I suppose my dirty talk is a little unusual compared to what she's experienced.
Yeah. Yep. That would take me out of the moment. I'd be like, what do you mean?
Same.
What's an anode? That's got two things on it. So which one's my anode? Which one are you talking about?
What's going on? So she grabs a hold of his ears and she says, complete this circuit, bunny, or I'll go back to Lone Rangering. And he replies, I'd hate for you to have to issue a customer complaint. So his bottom cock pushes past the tight ring of muscle, per usual.
Yeah.
And he says, that's it, little carrot. I'm going to fill you up until you're bursting. My electric love juice will power you for days.
Could you imagine?
No.
Somebody said that to you. My electric love juice.
I think I would get up and walk out right then.
What if your fiance said something to you like that? What if he like secretly read this book and then one day just popped out like my electric love
I think
juice.
I would burst out laughing. I think I would be so delighted that he read the book.
Oh, man.
But no, I don't think it would be erotic.
No.
It would be funny, though.
So she's nibbling at his ears. He's aggressively bottoming out. And he says, keep going, little carrot. You're not at capacity yet. I know you can handle this load. No.
So he fucks her through her orgasm. Her fists clench in my fur moments before her pussy clenches around my cock. Jumbled noises rip from her throat as I fill her with my juice.
Yep.
Thrusting a few times to give her every last drop of energy I have.
Chapter 5 is called Yes, I've Tried Rubbing My Nubbin.
Funny.
So
yeah, she
falls
alone.
asleep and then, yes, wakes up alone. And she's like, did I hallucinate the large pink rabbit that gave me the best multiple orgasms of my life? It was just wine, not edibles or something. I haven't done that since college.
But the throbbing soreness in her pussy and ass tells her that something happened last night. And she doesn't think she could have done all that with her Jackrabbit 5000.
Yes. So she puts that, she turns it back on, vibrates wildly. She's disappointed that he doesn't reappear, and then she decides to put it back in her, or she cleans it and then puts it back in her nightstand, which I know that you would appreciate.
I do appreciate the care and the cleanliness.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so she, thoroughly digmatized and depressed, is upset that he is gone and is trying to give herself a little pep talk. So what if he was real, Jewel? Who cares if he gave you the best orgasms of your life? It's not like you could have a giant pink amazing bunny around, even if he folded your laundry and took care of you for once. Like, girl, your standards are so low.
I get it.
Fair. So 4 days go by and she's still craving Watson's touch. She takes a day off work because she thinks she'll punch the next person who asks her a stupid question, and boy, do I get that. So she plays hooky and meets her friend Allison, who's only here to make more puns about how she needs to get laid. And Allison says, well, how about a little alone time? And because her friend is making an innuendo, she is ignoring it, and her friend doubles down and goes, you know, some time tickling your taco, surfing the slit, a little
gotta write all these down.
Bang bang, yes.
Clitty bang bang, I liked.
She emphasizes that last one with finger guns, and I grab her fingers and pull them down to the table, disarming her of her deadly digits.
Surfing the slit, I like.
And she thinks, and she says, fine, yes, I'll try that. Maybe I'll treat myself to a new battery-operated boyfriend while I'm at it.
Yes, this was where I was like, oh, right, that's what Bob was.
B.O.B. is, yes. Yes. And then she thinks to herself, maybe if I use the Jackrabbit 5000 again, Watson will come back. So we get Watson's perspective.
Yes.
And he's back at work. And I wondered if this was a little Office Space reference. Because he's filling out form TPS 69. And now, of course, 69 makes sense to me. Haha.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure TPS reports is an Office Space thing. Did you ever see that movie?
No. Which I know is like unspeakable for a millennial to not have watched Office Space.
That is insane to me, but it would appear that it is a real thing that was famously satirized in Office Space. That's a little depressing, but either way, he's filling out reports. His boss comes over, Mr. Faraday, naturally, and says, you still haven't turned in your report on case 3247Q. It's overdue. That's not like you, Watson. And of course, 3247Q is Jewel.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Be-
I knew that.
That's how we started the chapter. Was he's thinking about Jewel? I mean, case 3247Q, because this is supposed to be a job.
Thought that when you said that, I thought you meant that like 3247Q was like some kind of thing for Jewel, like Joule.
No.
And that's why I was like, of course, yeah, sure, I knew that.
Yeah.
I wonder but now I need to know. 3247.
So he turns to start writing this report. He hears a cackle from his desk neighbor, whose name is Sparky. And Sparky says, still hung up on that case, Watsy boy? You know you'll retire before those batteries die. Oh, amazing. Outlasts everyone. And so he thinks, I know he's right, but a bunny can dream. And boy, have I been dreaming. So he starts filling out this report, which is insane to me. Customer left unsatisfied by an inferior competing product. Oh, amazing batteries. Customer service agent dispatched to rectify situation. Customer resistant to acknowledge superiority of amazing product. Agent proceeded to thoroughly demonstrate usefulness by completing various common household tasks, including folding and organization of laundry, cunnilingus, and multiple bouts of fornication, resulting in no less than 4 climaxes. Customer expressed full satisfaction, and satisfaction agent was recalled to headquarters.
I mean,
common household tasks.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. And he thinks, fuck, I want to get back to her. I need to get back to her. If only there was a way.
Yes. So then we're back to Jewel. Mm-hmm. She realizes that the batteries were dead when she first called him to her or whatnot. So she
needs to get the batteries to die.
Yes. So she first is like, okay, I'll just leave it on my bathroom counter. It falls off the bathroom counter.
Of course.
So she puts it in a Tupperware and puts her hairdryer on top of it. This is one of those reasons why, like, you never know. When you eat at somebody else's house, you never know
what's in their bathroom. What do you mean?
She used a Tupperware container. She put her vibrator in a Tupperware container.
Good point. I was like, what are we getting at here? I'm so confused. No, this is a very good point. Yeah. Oh, God.
So it only takes an hour. And after only an hour, my pussy plunger has plunged to an early death. Initially, I'm surprised and a little disappointed because amazing batteries should last longer than that. Then I remember I stole these from remotes and kids' toys in a fit of desperation. So, of course, they were already mostly used. Mm-hmm. Now, apparently, she had gone and bought brand new batteries.
She must have, indeed.
Because she replaces the batteries with 4 fresh ones and then turns it on and it starts to glow again. Mm-hmm. And a bunny appears.
She wasn't satisfied.
Because she wasn't satisfied. Because she hadn't been able to make herself come. Mm-hmm. So she calls out to the beautiful pink bunny that's appeared in front of me, Watson. Mm-hmm. And he's very confused because he doesn't typically get called back to the same place.
It's never happened before. He was filling out another TPS 69 report for some teens after replacing the dead batteries on their video game controllers. And he's a little bit just stunned. He's bugging out. And she is getting the wrong idea because she says, shit, you look exactly like him. Look at me. I'm about to cry because my vibrator didn't turn into a specific pink bunny. And
we've all been at that level of desperation
at
one point
been
or another.
At that. Yes, correct. And so she drops her head into her hands and she waves him away and says, I'm as satisfied as I can possibly be without Watson. You can go. And he says, little carrot, it's me. And she's delighted, of course. I didn't know if that would work. They keep kissing. I'm so happy to be back. And
He, like, puts her up against the wall, pins her arms above her head. All great.
Love
Tells
that.
her, be a good girl and don't move. All great.
Mm-hmm.
So then he spins her around after she's come once.
Yep.
And flips to the next.
The next cock. Yep. His fuck stick starts vibrating wildly.
Yeah. We get the word fuck stick a couple times, I feel like, in
We
this.
do.
Which is
I do believe.
interesting.
Uh-huh. She thinks, I never understood the appeal of a dick hitting your cervix until now, but the bite of pain along with the vibrating pleasure sends me over the edge quickly. No, thank you.
No.
We've got one last new one, I think, here. My cream canal puts a death grip on his clam hammer so tight he's struggling to push into me.
Yeah.
Oh, no, there's another one. With a cry, Watson fills my spasm chasm with his hot electric essence. The jizz jolt amps me up to my own mind-blowing finish, my juice box squirting lady liquid, drenching both of us.
Yeah. It was a lot.
Uh-huh. And so she worries for a moment that fluid would be bad for her bunny's electric parts because he uses robotics to switch out his dicks, which is an interesting thought, and I appreciate the concern.
Yeah.
But it turns out she spoke aloud, and he says, don't worry, little carrot. You definitely made me short circuit, but all my joysticks are just fine. And she asks him if he's here to stay, and he says, I think so. The executives at Amazing must have realized that you won't be 100% satisfied without me by your side. Never has an Amazing representative been sent back to the same client, and I don't feel the familiar pull of the portal that usually zaps me back to headquarters once my job is complete. So he's sticking around.
4 days.
Yeah.
And he says, besides, this bunny promised you he could keep going and going and going, and I plan to keep that promise for the rest of our lives. 4 days. We skipped right over a relationship to till death do us part.
Yes. And then she thinks, never did I think I would find true love from buffing my own muffin.
Yep.
But I won't squander this chance. And then we get an epilogue because the Energizer Bunny is incomplete without his drum.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to get one last reference. But it turns out that he has purchased an entire drum kit for Jules' 3 kids.
Yeah.
We don't even get genders of the children. We just know that there are...
Which I'm kind of okay with because... Yeah. Honestly, children having any place in it's not necessary.
Yeah. We didn't exactly need this scene either, though.
Yeah.
Because the reason he got them drum kits was so that they would be in the garage making a lot of noise so that he can fuck her really loudly.
Yeah, I didn't like this a lot because he did something that's without her knowing about it.
Yep.
Which causes her stress and thinking about because the kids are like, Mom's always saying that we're too loud. This is she's not gonna like this. And I'm like, oh boy,
She's coming back from a spa day also, and it says any hint of relaxation she may have attained at the spa is being visibly wiped away as she listens to her children lose track of the beat and fall into their own chaotic, discordant rhythms. She shoots me a death glare. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Of course. But he sends them to the garage and says to her, It's been far too long since I've heard you scream my name. I promise the kids won't be able to hear a thing while they're practicing. This drum isn't the only thing I want to be banging today. Come on, little carrot, let's go boom, boom, boom up to our room and make some music of our own.
Here's the thing. I didn't like this because we don't know how long it's been. But the kids call him Mr. Watson.
Yeah. No, they call him Mr. Bunny. Mr. Bunny, the tiny voice pulls me out of my fantasy. I look down to see the oldest of Jules' kits looking up to me with big eyes.
Okay, so then when she refers to him, though, because she says, go practice while I talk with Mr. Watson.
Yeah.
If he's living in the home, it gives me the ick. I don't like it.
I agree.
I think that this whole chapter, this whole epilogue could have been done without it kind of like...
It kind of ruins it for me.
Yeah, I didn't like it. But again, like, I don't like the 4 days and he moved in.
Yep. Well, but that is where we end. So I'm curious, overall, how would you rate this one?
So I read this probably a year and a half ago. It was 2024 that it was the last time I downloaded this to my Kindle Unlimited. So I read this a year and a half ago, and it was the start of my sentient object rabbit hole, if you will. This one, it's like, back then, I was like, this is clever. I really like it. It still is very clever. But rereading it with how much more I've read in terms of the sentient object romances, it's like a 2.5 for me.
Yeah.
Very clever. Lots of research done. Yeah. I think that this is one of the earlier books for Nicole Parker and Unfortunate Reads. This was August 31st, 2024. She started writing in 2024. Okay. Both of them did, I think. So I think that we've seen a lot of growth in both of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, 2.5 for me. What about you?
Yeah. I think I'm going with 2.
Okay.
I feel like some of the smutted. I was very impressed with some of the scenes. I would have liked more of her orgasms and less of his man thoughts. And the entire end scene, like, I'm already not a big fan of insta love. Like, that's just not my bag. But I was very clever. The puns are funny. Like, it is doing exactly what it intended to do, and for that, I think it's a solid read. It's a good way to pass like an evening. With a glass of wine, this would hit.
Yes, absolutely.
So, how on earth did you cast this?
So, strangely enough, my casts for this were not my first thought. My first thought for each of these characters were people that have questionable standing in Hollywood right now.
I see.
So I went with, for Jewel.
I love this pick. This is perfect.
For Jewel, I went with Drew Barrymore.
Hell yes.
And I mean, she is... I feel like if she read this book, this would be triggering for her as somebody who is a single mother out in the dating world right now. She's very vocal about like finding and going on dates and finding men in whatnot. Yeah.
Yes.
So I feel like if she read this book, she would be like seeing herself in all of this as well.
Yep.
I love her. I think that she's so authentic, and I
think this is fabulous.
And then for Watson,
this is a choice.
I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
This wasn't my original pick, but I went with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Sure.
I don't know. There's
something about it. It kind of gives me, what was that movie? It was like Source Code or something. It's got the vibes of like a man with a job that like ends up getting, it gets too personal for him, and like he ends up being attached. I think this works.
Sure.
I think this works. I like it.
I mean, I think that he is, I don't know. I don't know why I saw his face when I was searching, and
here it is.
Yeah.
Very nicely done. So, what are we reading next?
So, next week, we are reading, and this is another group project, potluck, if you will.
Potluck.
From the Date series, which we had done My Date with Caps Lock a couple weeks ago. This is My Date with Bubble Tea by Sylvia Morrow, who we have not, I don't think we've done a Sylvia Morrow since Stuffed. Which is like episode 2.
Mm-hmm.
So we are long overdue for a Sylvia Morrow book.
It's been 60 episodes. It's time to come back.
Yes. So that is next week. Are you reading anything else as of late?
Outside of the podcast? No, I did. I am very tempted by Yesteryear.
Okay. Which
is being turned into a movie. And I've heard some incredible things about it. It's I'm trying to remember who the actress is that picked it up. Yesteryear film adaptation. It is Anne Hathaway. Okay, it is Anne Hathaway. And basically it's trad wife horror. It's a satirical thriller about a trad wife influencer. And I'm fascinated by the idea.
I mean, trad wife lifestyle to me just sounds like a horror movie.
Yes.
Yes.
She gets I think she gets like transported back to like trad wife era, like 1800s. And has to like survive it, I guess. I don't know. And like kind of reconcile the harsh reality of what that mindset really is versus like the picture that she painted for her millions of followers.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's a controversial book, and it's going to be a controversial movie, and I am curious.
Interesting.
How about you?
I am still working on Till Death and Daisies Bloom.
Yeah.
Which, as I'm reading, I have come to realize that I believe this is a Why Choose, where she's going to end up with all of the deadly sins. If I remember correctly. I believe that's why I had downloaded it to begin with, because I had seen a reel with like, if you like a Why Choose, then and it was one of those like tons of mates.
Don't mind it.
Give me all of the mates.
Yep.
But if you've made it this far, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, tell your friends, leave a comment. We've got our videos up on YouTube as well. If you are listening to the audio version of this, you can find us on YouTube. And we've also got merch. Links for that is in our show notes as well. And with that,
we're at our wits' end.
We'll see you next time.